Miss Naylor here. Today we're going to be on page 46 of your Roots book. You're going to need your highlighter and your pen or pencil. We're going to do cur, meaning to run. So go ahead and highlight that root cur and underline its meaning to run. If you find it difficult to hang on to your money, don't be surprised. The word currency means literally running. The currency in circulation in a country is constantly running from person to person. And if currency should run through the hands of a person or company too rapidly, it might be the precursor, from the roots pre meaning before and cur meaning to run, or forerunner of bankruptcy. All right, our first word is concourse. It comes from the roots con, meaning together, and cur, meaning to run. So highlight that word, highlight the extra roots there, and underline the definition. A large open space where crowds gather. Since there's an article here, a large open space, I know that this is a noun, okay? And if you look, this is the concourse in an airport, so the big open area where all the people are, right? That's the concourse. Our next word is concur, again from the roots con meaning together and cur meaning to run. This one's a verb, and it means to agree. And what we have here is going to be a short clip from a movie called Catch Me If You Can. If you've never seen it, it's really interesting. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio, and he plays a guy who gets away with pretending to be other people for a very long time. And I don't remember if it's the FBI or the CIA, but somebody's after him. So this is him. He's pretending to be a doctor, but he isn't actually a doctor. He's just forged all the documents so people will believe he's a doctor.
Oh, what seems to be the problem? Bicycle accident. Fractured tibia about 5 inches below patella. Dr. Harris. Yes? Do you concur? Concur with what, sir? With what Dr. Ashland just said. Do you concur?
Well, it was a bicycle accident. The boy told us.
So you concur?
Concur?
I think we should take an x-ray of the station.
So what we're talking about here is that the doctor, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, he's a fake doctor. So he's just, rather than trying to tell them what they should do, is pretending like he's asking what they think. Like, well, what do you think we should do, right? Do you concur with his opinion? Do you agree with what he said? It's kind of how he's helping keep that front up, how he's able to keep his game going. Our next word is concurrent. It means occurring at the same time, from the roots con meaning together and cur meaning to run, so to run together. This is the adjective form of those two roots working together, occurring at the same time. Now when we talk about concurrent, it really means two things happening at the same time in the same location working together, okay? So when we think about concurrent, you might say, in the book it says, the town council and the school board held concurrent meetings. So that means that they met together so people could attend both, maybe, right? It wouldn't mean necessarily like having people at two different places. So if I'm a parent and I have two children, one's playing a game at Country Day and one's playing a game at Trinity Valley, those games are at the same time, I can't be at both. That's not really the same thing. Usually concurrent means together in that you're working together. It's harmonious in some way, okay? Courier. A courier it's a noun, and it is one who carries or runs with messages. The courier arrived with the letter. Now the first courier that we think of might be Hermes, because we took a class about Greek mythology last year, right? And he was the messenger of the gods. Today, though, we might think more about a bicycle messenger, so someone who carries a backpack, delivers messages or packages for people. So it's a bicycle courier. All right, the word current has two meanings. They're both nouns, though. The first is the flow of water, air, or electricity. You can see that here, right? So here we have the different flows of the current around the world, okay? Or it can also mean prevalent at the moment, like current fashion. So these were spring and summer fashion trends. They were very current when these pictures were taken, right? Okay, so current has two meanings, but they're both nouns. They can relate to water, air, electricity, and how they move, right? How they run, or what's running as hot and interesting and exciting in fashion or something like that. Curriculum. This one's way more interesting to me and Mrs. Raines than you probably, right? Curriculum is a noun, and it means all the courses offered by an educational institution. So you see my big stack of books here. These are all the books I have to have for all my classes, like science and government, history and all that stuff, right? And then I got some science experiments happening over here. So curriculum is all the different classes that a school has. Cursive. It's an adjective. And cursive is handwriting with the letters joined together. And I know you're saying, Miss Naylor, that sounds like a noun. Well, I know it kind of sounds like a noun from that definition. But usually we say like cursive writing. What kind of writing? Cursive writing. So it's an adjective. She preferred to print that rather than write in cursive. Cursory. Adjective. Running over rapidly without attention to detail. Hasty and superficial. So here it says she gave the novel only a cursory reading. So she didn't really read it. She just kind of skimmed it. That's what that means, right? Here, when you fall asleep on your desk and do a cursory job on your homework, you end up with an F. Don't do that. Discourse, from the roots dis, meaning apart, and cur, meaning to run. Discourse is a noun, and it means to speak at length, a formal and lengthy discussion of a subject. That's a nice long formal talk. So here you'll see I have like a panel of speakers who are sharing. They're having a discourse. Excursion. Excursion comes from the roots ex, meaning out, and cur, meaning to run. It is a noun, and it means a short journey. So you're running out somewhere, right? Now, we generally might think of an excursion as, you know, like the Ford excursion. Why would they name it that? Well, because you might take it on a short journey, or it might help you go on a short journey, right? Yeah, that's why it got its name. We are going to take an excursion here pretty soon to Dallas to go see, I believe, a play about math. Yep, it's going to be super exciting. Get ready. But I thought I'd share this quick video with you. This is from a group called the Excursion Club. So technically an excursion is a short journey, but the definition of short can be kind of looked at in different ways. So let's look at what some of the things the Excursion Club does. See all their equipment, lots and lots of equipment. Apparently they surf. So they do lots of fun things. They're going on lots of different excursions, lots of short trips. They take lots of adventures, right? Precursor, from the roots pre, meaning before, and cur, meaning to run. It is a noun, a person or thing that runs before. So here I have a ballpoint pen, and the precursor to the ballpoint pen was, the fountain pen. That's what it's called. I was looking at it, couldn't remember. So we had a ballpoint pen. Before the ballpoint pen, we had the fountain pen, right? The precursor to the fountain pen was the quill pen. So before the fountain pen, we had a quill pen. There may have been a few in between. I just went with like the obvious ones, okay guys? And that's actually what our sentence is about. The fountain pen was the precursor of the ballpoint pen. Look at that. Recourse, from the roots re, meaning back, and cur, meaning to run. This is a noun, a turning to or seeking help, safety, or aid. Our sentence says, violence should never be one's first recourse. And here we have a picture of an airplane. Passengers stuck on runway have no recourse, so they can't do anything about it. They can't get any help, okay? Recur, from the roots re, meaning again. So it's the same root, different meaning. So re has more than one meaning. Don't forget that, okay? Re meaning again, and cur meaning to run. In this case, very literally, recur is a verb meaning to happen again. So in my recurring nightmare, which I've been having since 2010, I am chased by a bicycle riding hipster zombie. First of all, that sounds terrifying. I'm really glad I don't have that recurring nightmare. But what that means is that if it's a recurring nightmare, it's a nightmare that that person has over and over and over again. Maybe not every night, but regularly, okay? Here's our sentence. If the problem should recur, you'll have to buy a new battery. And our last word, recurrent. it is from the roots re meaning back in this case, and cur meaning to run. It's an adjective, appearing or occurring again or periodically. I have a picture here of a little girl with her doctor who's going to use her to use this sentence. Lisa's recurrent infections worried her doctor. So I don't know about you, if you've ever had a recurrent infection. When I was little, I used to get all kinds of different sore throat problems, like strep throat and stuff like that, and my doctor told me if my recurrent problem continued, if I kept having sore throats and stuff, they were going to take out my tonsils, which I found scary. So I might not have told anyone anymore when I had a problem with my tonsils. Not gonna lie. Okay, so recurrent, appearing or occurring again or periodically. When the same thing shows up again. Okay? I hope that helped you out. We've got some exercises here that need doing. So make sure you do your exercises, make sure you take your Kia, and study hard on those roots. Good luck, you guys.